You might be thinking to yourself, what the hell are we doing here? We were oiling the guitar before, last episode. Well, that footage, along with 95% of the footage I recorded since the last episode, got corrupted, so I had to work with what was left and recoverable. So enjoy the rest of the episode. Alright, the pickup rings have been carved out. They perfectly fit the guitar body. So yeah, next up, sanding and staining them. Alright, with the drill press, we have the ebony glued on. The audience decided that the knobs are gonna be black, like ebony. So that's why I put it on a pear wood. So I can later stain it and it's gonna look like ebony. Since I don't have ebony that's thick enough for the knobs to make them whole way ebony, I'm gonna use this method. So let's start making them. Getting the top of the knob nice and engraved. Still have trying two knobs to engrave, so montage. Alright, the control knobs are done. They're all polished, waxed, so they're nice and shiny. Went to a 2000 grit sandpaper to smooth it out and wax them. Let's see what she thinks about them. What? Do they look good? Do they get the seal of approval, eh? Seal of approval? Seal of approval. Seal of approval. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we got it. Alright, we're back at the CNC. We're doing the last final thing, which is the logo and the cover for the truss wrap. So, another professional setup, as you can see. Proposed by, of course, our main engineer, clearly. So yeah, let's get this started. Welcome to the surgical table. It all begins here. assembly. We need to fit all of these parts into here. How? Brute force. Nah, not brute force. It should go in easily. But yeah, it begins the great assembly off. Let's dig in. First we begin with frets because they still need polishing. So yeah, let's go. Alright, everything is polished, looks nice and shiny. Next up, the electronics. Pretty easy, everything's already pre-wired, easy connections for a dummy like me. Only thing I need to really solder, just the piezo, and I'm changing the input, so that's easy. So let's go electronics. Remember the time like 40 seconds ago when I mentioned it's gonna be easy to wire everything up? Nope, it wasn't. This sucker played around with everything. You put this down, it mutes everything. So I figured out, yeah, you need to wire it so it blends. So this can still go through, and this just turns this off. Let's go add some tuners. Woo! That's easy, right? I hope so. Alright, just sanded down the nut so it's the perfect height, already glue it. So while that dries, we're gonna put on the knot. I just tested this one out, feels very good. Let's do the rest. The guitar is finished. Look at it, it's all of its glory. Took about a month to make, a little longer to design, but we're here. It plays as it should. So let's see how that sounds. But before that, I'm gonna make a separate video on different configurations here and everything, and all the stats about the guitar, so tune in for that. But yeah, I'm just gonna give you a little bit of a taste of how it sounds, so we don't go off again on a cliffhanger. So let's get to playing. Just for a heads up, I'm using a Fender Mustang V2. Nothing special, nothing over the top, just your average low budget amp, but it works, so let's get to jamming. So right now I'm gonna do something a heretic would do. Play something heavy on this guitar, which really doesn't look like you should play heavy stuff on it, but let's see how it sounds. this wouldn't have the classical shape if it couldn't play classical stuff, so let's play something classical, shall we? Alright, enough playing around. If you want to see more of the guitar, make sure to tune back in soon, because I'll be making 2 new videos. One's gonna be the overview of the whole guitar. The second one's gonna be the summary of the whole build, hopefully not 4 episodes long. But other than that, thank you for the generous support, all the positive comments, everyone that followed me on Instagram, and the whole process of building. It's really awesome to have you here. And also make sure to check everyone else's build, because they're awesome people. They have awesome guitars that they made. So vote for who you think should be, who you think is the best. Other than that, thank you for joining in, and see you on the next one.